After you, Arisen.
Interested in my wares? Well, I gotta get to work. Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
I'll teach him a lesson.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
I've got to focus.
At such peace, reigns eternal.
Presume to confound me, do you?
Stay out of that where it's possible.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say. I'm not sure who gave the order. Is beyond by yet?
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside. It's changed us forever.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Too quiet here for my liking.
Prayer's a waste of time. No one's listening.
I've got such peace.
I've been on my feet.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Oh, I got to keep moving. Lest I fall asleep.
Oh, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted. It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Only fools and urchins.
Look, as long as you think.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If Your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? If that is your judgment, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crownflower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deez's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Tis of dire import we unmasked the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
How can I get more customers to shop here? Haste makes waste, as they say. Always another errand to see to.
All this quiet makes me itch to cook.
Shall we get some rest then?
A good sleep does one.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new... perspective.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I love waiting around. Anything for time.
Master, do bear in mind that a fairy stone can shorten a long day's journey into a single instant.
Tis no... great shock to me.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Oh. What does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items.
Pray, follow me.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Prepare for battle.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Tis of dire import we unmasked the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. I will protect you. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Lord save our best will do.
True enough.
Seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not leave their rage to our advantage?
Easily done. I'm in your debt.
Be at ease. I'm good. I'm sorry.
We would do well to seek the high ground and fighting on an incline. It will make overpowering our foes all the difference.
shall fall.
I am well aware of the particulars. Allow me, Master. Blow shall fall by my hand. Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labor.
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look.
'Tis a glad thing to be rested.
We must not let down our guard.
Over here, if you please. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. This should help. I grant you roaring flame. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Tis of dire import we unmasked the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Feast your eyes on this.
think I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Over here, if you would. Over here, Master. Did you lose sight of me?
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different orcs.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Pray, give me no more grief.
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there. I'm in no mood for talk.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purse is far lighter.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares? I'm in no mood for talk.
I've naught to say to you.
This letter is as suspicious as they come. We must find someone who could explain its true meaning.
Stay away from me, Puddinghead.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course, nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again.
Work done gracelessly. Work done foolishly.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch.
Never seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice to show you.
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Whatever 'tis you want, I shan't oblige.
Off with you, you worthless miscreant!
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye, take care then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye, take care then.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
It's not our place to worry the Arisen.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
I'll not take that from you.
Dear me.
You bring naught but trouble. Off with you!
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Don't talk to me if you've nothing to say. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
Fine place left like this. My bed. And a
Well
sharp
met,
sense.
sir. How might I be of service?
All this worrying's giving me a back.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to course. Nothing's free in this world.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose. Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?